Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Mike Strain with the Louisiana Department of Agriculture and Forestry, and we're here at Houmas House with Chef Jeremy, and we're cooking up some wonderful Louisiana products. Chef Jeremy, tell me what's going on. What is our recipe and what do we have here
Well,
today?
you know, with it being National Pecan Day, when I think of pecans, there's one recipe that's just so close to my heart, and it's my mother's praline recipe. So I figure I'd show you how I make it. Shout out to my mother, Lurline, Langlois, and it's what I love about this recipe. Of course, Commissioner, with something like pralines, there's probably everybody has their own. This is my mother's.
What makes it special are those recipes that are handed down generation after generation?
Well, what's so special about it is, I grew up on it, so it's always going to kind of spark that childhood memory. And I think cooking is sometimes about sparking memories. And what's great about this, it's just so simple. It's 4 ingredients. So let's just jump in and let me show you what I have. Equal parts white sugar to brown sugar. So I got a pan, got that kind of cooking. If you want to just start mixing that up. Okay. That's a 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup white sugar, half a cup of condensed milk, and we are cooking over high heat, as you can see.
See that.
So just get that mixed up real good. And now I'm gonna put the pecans in. Now, Commissioner, we've been cooking with pecans, but I guess, I'm gonna open up a can of worms to you.
Go ahead.
And in your opinion, is it pecans or pecans?
Pecans.
Oh, I'm so happy you said that. I can't tell you how thrilled I am you said that to all my other friends out there.
That's like crawfish and crayfish. These are pecans.
Man, me and you are simpatico. A pecan, you know what that is? That's something you use to fix a broken bed, So Commish, once we got all these ingredients in there, again, it's only 4 ingredients. Equal parts white sugar, brown sugar, some condensed milk, and some pecans, and we're just gonna kind of cook that, and you can kind of just stir it every now and then, and it needs to cook at a high heat for about 5 minutes. So we can we're at a point now where we can just let this go, and what we're looking to do is actually get it to an internal temperature where it cooks to about 240 degrees, or as we say when we're cooking sugar, they actually call that a softball phase, because what they would actually do is you would actually take a little bit of the sugar and dip it into some ice water, and it forms a ball, and it would harden to where it'd be a little bit soft. Whereas if you cook it longer, that would be what they call the hard crack stage. And so you just kind of lightly cook them. And the only trick whenever it comes to making pralines is knowing when to stop, when to take them off the fire, because we're then gonna mix them up until they start to look a little bit cloudy. And then when you start to scoop them, you gotta scoop them fast, because when they start hardening them, they start hardening them. Once we've gotten to a point where it's see how it starts to get a little bit cloudy and they start to get a little bit thick. At that point, we're gonna just pull it off the flame, just mix it a couple times, and it's gonna start to cool. You don't wanna scoop them right when you pull them off the flame, because they'll just still be a little loose. But then once they get to a point where I call it, they start to get a little bit cloudy. They start to thicken up. We can just kind of stir it a couple times, and then you can use wax paper. I got a little parchment paper here. We're just gonna come here and just start to scoop them right onto our pan. And then, you got to give them a little while. They'll eventually get a little bit hard. But we just get them on there. And then, of course, once they harden, I'm going to show you we got some right here. This is what they look like when they're done. But yeah, whenever I think of this, I think of my mom around Christmas time.
That's right.
And, this is something that she would just make all the time right here. And there you have them.
Isn't that beautiful? Right?
There you go,
Just
man.
like Mom used to.
Shout out to Lurline Langlois. Love you, Mom.
Let's see how they taste.
Reminds me of Christmas time.